Hey everybody, Riot Mort here, back again playing Monsters Attack on the PBE, doing one of those pre-recorded things until we stream this weekend. It is Thursday night, which means we are on the eve of the Dragonlance Championships, which is sweet, and we're checking out a game that I played today with the new map. This map is amazing. If you are lucky enough to get your hands on this, definitely give it a try. On this PBE account, I bought one 10-pack and got it on the second egg, so I wasted my luck on PBE. Hopefully my main account can be just as lucky, but we'll see. But yeah, so again, on PBE, another round of balance changes today. There's always a lot the first 3 days. Tomorrow's patch is kind of the last big one for a while, so we'll have to do what we do. Now again, with this set, it's really important to try to get some early 2-stars, so you're going to want to hold as many pairs as you can get. Right away, we have a pair of Nasus and a pair of Talon. Going to be real happy with that. So if we can get one of those 2-starred or maybe even both. Also looking like we get a lot of our units early, which is always nice. Always feels good. Early Cho'Gath. I like Cho'Gath if you can get like an early Dragonclaw or Gargoyle. Without that, I'm not as big a fan, but you know. Alright, well, again, now we have a pair of Luxes and a pair of Renekton's. So we're definitely getting a lot of pairs. I feel like here the play is sell the Cho'Gath and try to, get as many pairs as we can. Again, I feel like you want to sell it, get the Lux, get the Wukong. Yeah, there you go. Can we hold on to the Fiora? Now, right now, we also only have a tier, so we're kind of, still pretty flexible. But, ooh, blue buff. Okay, so when you get an early blue buff, there are two things that immediately come to mind. If you can get an early Zoe, that's going to be hot. Okay, augments, Laser Core, Cybernetic Uplink, Thrill. I probably should have just taken Cyber here, although Soraka and Zoe don't really need it, so I agreed and go ahead and roll. Defender Crest. Okay, Defender Crest is one of my favorites. I love this augment. I will probably take it any chance I can, and I'll explain why. We managed to get two 2-stars here, so we've got 2 Defender. That Defender Nasus is going to be pretty good here, so that's going to feel good. Okay, so why do I love Defender so much? Defender early game is very good when most of the damage is physical, so you're going to get a lot of early game power. It makes Poppy really good in the early game. I love like a 2 Defender or 4 Defender Poppy start. You can also go Defender Rammus, which is just so much fun because Rammus scales off armor. And then finally, Defender, for those who remember back in all the way in Galaxies where we had Defender Mystic, or excuse me, Vanguard Mystic with Cassiopeia. Defender Aegis with Zoe, very similar. So if we can get like a 4 Defender, 2 Aegis with a Zoe with like a blue buff and a Gunblade, that's going to be a build we're going to be really excited about. So, like I said, that's one of my personal favorites. I've always liked Cassiopeia, Brand, Malzahar, the dot mages, the Brandbulance. So I guess it's Zoe-bulance this set. Those are kind of my favorites, so we'll have to see what we do. We do get lucky, and so now we've got 3 2-stars, by the way. This is great. We also hit more Defenders. We've got 4 Defender here if we want it. Now, I could sell the Nasus, put the Defender emblem on Lux, and hit 4 Defender now, but that's kind of giving up a lot of power, and Lux is going to be a good item holder for this blue buff. Something to note about Lux a lot of people don't realize. Lux isn't going to be a ton of damage. She's okay, like middle damage, but Lux's ability lowers anyone that gets hit, lowers their AD by 40% for 4 seconds. Early game, when a lot of damage is AoE, like you see it here, these guys are tickling right now, and that's great. So don't sleep on Lux early game as a decent item holder. It'll only get you to like stage 3, but not bad in stage 2 especially. So again, feeling really good about this position here. This is like my bread and butter. This is my play style that I really like. So this is why anytime I can get an early Defender emblem, I'm going to take it. So it's not as fun as Defender Heart, because Defender Heart you can't do the Rammus thing, but still worth considering. Okay, we get another Wukong. That's going to give us 2 Wukongs here. So we could level up and go 4 Defender here, but this is one of those times where I'm going to look at the situation and go, it's PBE, it's a soft lobby, we can kind of get away with some stuff. So instead, we're going to build our econ up. Really looking out for a Zoe here, but we're going to be 4 defender next turn, which is a lot of armor in the early game. I really like 4 defender. So on the other side, we can see someone who got an underground heart, but yeah, they haven't hit their 3 underground yet. If you can get the underground heart into like an early 5 underground, that's probably going to be one of the most powerful starts in the game. If anyone says, hey, I think underground is problematic, I think an underground 5 start at 2-1 or 2-2 might be problematic. We'll see. We'll see, but I'm pretty nervous that that's going to be like the high roll. So, with kind of very low downside. All right, so they're at 5, which means they went loss, win, win. So that's not even that great for them. So, oh yeah, by the way, they did have underground. I'm just dumb. So, all right. We are looking for tank items, something to go with our armor. If we get a Bramble Vest, that could be Bramble Defender Rammus, which will hit like a truck and be hilarious. If we get a Cloak, that's Gargoyle, which would give that Rammus some extra magic resist. And then if we can get the AP items we're looking for. So here we can see it's either going to be the 3-cost Cloak or the 2-cost armor. Ooh, we're going to go with the 2-cost armor. So we're kind of leaning into the fun here. If we can get the Bramble Defender Rammus, that would be really exciting. Now we can hit 20 gold here, but I think with our win streak, we want to preserve that streak. Slam the Bramble, use Nasus as the item holder for Rammus, and get this in. So now we're at 4 defender. 4 defender, 3 2-stars, looking good. Now the other thing we want to be on the lookout for if we're going to be playing this defender Zoe build is that's Poppy and Zoe. You definitely want to grab 1 more Gadgetine so that you can get that free item every turn. So we're going to be trying to find either an Annie or a Lulu. So that'll be something really good here. Something like an Annie to hold these items that Nasus is holding, and then at 6 put in Zoe, or even just 5 actually put in Zoe, would be really good. So yeah, sitting pretty here. Nothing to complain about. 4 defender. Feels good. Boom, ba-dum. This board though, you can't really hear it because the sound's really low, but the audio that comes with this map is really nice too. So we hit the 2-star Wukong. That's going to be nice. So again, 4 2-stars in the early game. Feeling real good about that. We could hold the Sona, try to turn Lux into a Sona, because again, this is right around 3-1 is when Lux is going to fall off, especially with no AP items. So right now we're kind of just playing off of our strong start here. Nasus actually probably doing more damage. I'll have to look at the meters again. All right, on the other side, that's a Laser Core with a Warmog's Renekton. That's a little scary. Renekton scales off his health, so Renekton can be pretty chunky. And it is magic damage, not physical. But again, Lux doing some good work here. We're down to 2. And yeah, the Ashe is just doing no damage to my 4 defender front line. Feels good. So yeah, you can see Lux doing a decent amount of damage, but Nasus and Poppy also carrying their weight. So cool. Full win streak, my favorite. All right, Wukong. There's also a Mech angle here, which Mech's still a little strong. It's getting another nerf tomorrow. Man, the stories I could tell about Mech development. But for now, I think we're going to pass on that, try to get our econ as big as possible. And we'd still need the Jax anyway. Blue buff also isn't that great on a Mech comp. So... all right. Okay, glove, that's good. So best Zoe items, by the way, are going to be blue buff, jeweled gauntlet, and or death cap, and then gunblade. So getting that early is fine. We hit another rel. That's going to give us 2 rels, which is fine. We have 2 Star Guardian in also. Okay, so the item's not great here. I don't really need a Quicksilver. We could replace Nasus with Neela here, and that's going to give us 3 Star Guardian. It's going to make us a little weaker, but If we can get a 2-star Neela, that'll actually heal the defenders and make it go even longer. It's going to make Lux cast quicker. So I think at this point it is better than the Nasus barely. Mostly because we have the traits. Going to level up to keep Streak. That's going to give us 2 Spellslinger. 2 Spellslingers really good to throw in. You get those meteors every 5 seconds. And if you watch this fight, those meteors are just going to do some bonus damage. And they also start right away, so you get those big chunky meteors. Feels good. Again, mostly magic damage, but at least the Ash can't really do that much to us. Especially, again, so it's like the combination of Lux lowering their AD, and then we have so much armor. That's a 6-0. That person just took a ton of damage. So yeah, really good start here. I think we should go to 30 gold. I'll bet you he does it. I knew it. All right, what's our augment? Is it the hero augment? Is it the normal augment? We should hope. Let's see what we get here. Oh, it's a 3/4/3, and it's Sett. Okay, so gain a Sett. He has 20 armor and magic resist. His ability knocks back the first person and can knock them out of the arena like Lee Sin. Now, I gotta be honest, I don't like this augment. I actually don't. It's not one of my favorite augments. But when we're running Defender already, getting access to this Defender this early feels real good. So we're going to sell the Neela for now. And we're going to go 5 Defender. If we can find a Riven, we can go 6. Oh, there's the Zoe. That's huge. And okay, perfect. Look at this. This was good. So now we can use Annie as the item holder. Blue buff on Zoe. 5 Defender, 3 Gadgettine. Next round, we'll get an extra item. Level 6, 40 gold. We're still in a good spot. And let's watch the Sett. The Sett can also punch some things out of the arena if we need him to. So, all right, here's a punch. And he knocked one thing out of the arena, so too funny. And you can tell if he knocks something out of the arena, by the way, on the damage meter there. See that true damage? That's somebody getting knocked out of the arena, so pretty funny. Like I said, I don't think it's the best augment in the world, but when we're already at 5 Defender, should be a good time there. By the way, before anyone on the YouTube comments calls it out, yes, there was that audio in the background. Sorry about that. I was on my work computer. It kept nagging me. Okay, so here we have an interesting play. If we put in the Jax over the Rel, we can go Mech already, because it'll be 4 Defender, 3 Mech, 3 Gadgettine, and then we can Mech our Sett. I really think that was the play we should have done here. Getting access to an early Mech Sett, I mean, ignoring the fact that Mech's a little OP, but especially with the Sett being our carry augment, because that was a high roll 4 cost. Now, on the other side, we know every other player also got access to 4 cost augments, so we do have to be careful. On this side, we can see there's a Samira augment. I never actually check which one it is, but again, Samira 4 cost augment. So there's a lot of power in this lobby right now. This is one of those rarer high rolls. Should have bought the Jax from the shop there. Bit of a misplay. All right, item-wise, again, we're looking for either tank stuff for our Sett. Something like a Bloodthirster for this Mech Sett's going to be really good if we're going to go that route. Or we're looking for that Gunblade for the Zoe. Unfortunately, pretty much every carousel nowadays, you can kind of assume, especially in the more casual ones, that you're going to see a lot of swords, rods, bows get taken, leaving the defensive items here. So, just something to note. All right, there's another Rel here. We get a Hand of Justice. I think you could either put that on Zoe or Sett. We're gonna go ahead and put that on Sett. Leveling up here to preserve Streak makes a ton of sense. And oh my god, that map transformation. Woo! What a map. All right, so 5 Defender, Keck. 3 Mecha Prime, 3 Gadgettine. Feels pretty good here. Could really like the Zoe too here, but level 7, 40 gold win streaking with this Sett is going to be really good. On the other side, we see a Sejuani augment, which is fine. I don't think the Sejuani ones are actually that great, because like Sejuani just does what she does, and that makes her do it a little bit better. I'm not a fan of the Sejuani ones, but I'm sure they'll be picked because they're very flexible. And again, Sejuani's just a good unit, period, so... Boom! Oh, punched out 2 units there. Holy moly. That was neat. Alright, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that augment's amazing. Who knows? There's our Rammus that we were looking for, but at this point, it feels like we're going the Sett route. Feels like we should kind of commit to Sett. But yeah, so now we're playing the Zoe here. Level 8, we'd want to go 6 Defender. Now, when you start to reach the end game, this is where Gadgettine is going to start losing its value, because you're carrying this, like, dead Annie. And as we hit late game, we're going to want things like Aegis as people get their magic damage stacked up. On the other side, we see a Zed carry with the Laser Core. Zed is really strong right now in this patch. I think he's getting a tiny nerf tomorrow. Boom! That Renekton is gone. Alright, the augment's pretty fun. I'm not even going to say if it's good or not, but it's fun. Whew! Look at that true damage. It also helps that Mech is still OP, I think. Mech, it's going to be one of those things where we're just going to keep turning it down and down and down and down until it's not OP. Oh my god, look at this shot. Well then, we just high-rolled Sett 2. Okay. So I like this. We also get the Annie, so we can just start making this Sett really the carry here. Now, because we have this augment that's like knock them out, I think we're going to want to make this Sett really, really tanky, so he can get as many casts as possible and let Zoe do the damage. Oh my god, that's a tome. Wait, what? Oh my god, that's 2 tomes. We are high rolling. This is one of those games you feel really good about, but your opponents don't. All right, so on the other side, by the way, we have 9 traits in. Ooh, Bloodthirster on Sett. That's perfect. If we can get up to 10 traits on the side by throwing in like a threat, we can use these tomes and get a lot of emblems that we're looking for. So I think we're going to wait to pop them until we see what our final augment is. That'll kind of give us where we want to go, and we can go from there. On the other side, we see a Senna carry augment, but a very powerful Urgot. Now, Urgot's another champion, at least in this build, probably too strong, but thankfully we're 4 Defender. There's no armor penetration or anything. This Sett is going to do some work. Boom! Almost knocked Silas out. Alright, Zoe's got everyone burning. I don't think they can kill the Sett here. Again, we hit a Sett 2 very early without trying, so we're feeling very, very good about this spot. Alright, final augment. Pandora's items, probably. Cybernetic implant's not that important for this build. I feel like Pandora just lets us get our perfect items here. So we can get like the Gunblade on the Zoe. So I think that's kind of where we're going to go here. We're going to level up, put in Rammus. That's going to put us at 10 traits. So next turn would be great to pop the tomes. Should be good. Still on a Zoe, like, other than the Sett 2, this isn't really that big a high roll at the moment. We're still on Zoe 1 with not many items. Jax 1, Rel 1. We hit the Draven. Draven's going to be an improvement over Jax here, just because it's more health. So we're going to make that swap. Sadly, we're also getting to the point where Defender Rammus is just, it's going to be too late. You want to hit that in like stage 3. At this point, it's really clear we're just playing around this this Sett. This Sett is going to be our carry. If we can trade Rammus for like Riven, that's going to be 6 Defender. But we're also getting to the point where we're going to want some magic resist. Otherwise, any magic comp will eat us alive. And yeah, you can see with the Defenders buying all that time, Zoe doing a ton of damage here. That's 2 Nunus. We can play Nunu over Annie, because that's the same thing, Gadgettine. That's fun. We get our Gunblade. Defender goes on there. Great. Time to pop these tomes. What do we got here? Ooh, Defender. Let's go. Or Mech. Defender or Mech would have been okay there. And another Defender. Okay, that's huge. We have 3 Defender emblems. We can now take out Rel, which means we don't have to play Rel, and we can put in something like an Aegis. So that's huge. This is a pretty insane high roll. Getting both the tomes to be exactly what we wanted. We have a Sett too early with the exact items we're looking for. Really, the only thing this comp is missing is Zoe 2. And then if we can find a Leona, we can go 5 mech. Oh my god, this is, whew. Like I said, this is the kind of game you feel real good about, but maybe your opponents don't. Also, this song is great. Alrighty. We don't get the Syndra here, so we're just gonna take the Jax. Unfortunately, the Jax has the like rod we want, but it's still a Jax too. The rod's gonna be able to give us, like I said, half of a jeweled gauntlet. We hit another Jax, so we can just sell this Jax if we want. Yep, just move that over to Zoe. That can go there. I think for our final item on this set, we're gonna want a Dragon's Claw, like I said, to make sure we don't take a bunch of extra damage. Now we don't really need Riven either, because we're going to be keeping Poppy for a while. There's an Aegis. Alright, great. So that gave us 2 Mascot, which is okay. The thing we're really looking for now is take out Rammus for any Aegis, and that'll give us 2 Aegis, which will just make us so darn tanky. Really, the other thing I should be doing here is we're win streaking, we're strong, we've got the Sett. I should stop rolling. I should be leveling up. It's just the Zoe 1's going to be a little fragile. One bad bounce on this Zoe will kill it. But the Gunblade's also doing a ton of healing here. Oh my god, look at that Nunu. That Nunu ball's huge! Alright. Okay, well that's a 2-star Rammus that we don't need. But whatever, we have a 2-star 6 Defender Rammus. We take those. The Gadgettine Giant Slayer, by the way, is a very good item. Basically, it always gives you that damage amp, and that damage amp is very strong, so... This is why I like 3 Gadgettine. I think 3 Gadgettine is very often worth keeping. It's just +1 item until you find better units. And again, since we're running Poppy and Zoe anyway, also playing with the Nunu here, we can start to see why we haven't seen that many Zoes. On the other side, there's somebody else with a Zoe. That's a little scary. Yeah, my Zoe got knocked out, unfortunately. Uh-oh, this is going to be close. Sett's going to have to really clutch this out. Uh-oh. No, my lost streak. Wait, Echo dodged that. Oh, God. I've got a bronze Sett. I am healing, though. Maybe? Overtime punch? Overtime punch. It's going to be close. Boom. Nice. 11,000 damage. This champ's balanced. Alright, level 8, 50 gold. Oh, there's our Dragon Claw. We just lucked into our Dragon Claw. Oh my god, this game. Cool, so now the Gadgettine item can just go on Nunu. If we ever hit a Nunu 2, that gives us a secondary carry. It's the Zoe we're really missing. We really need that Zoe 2. And then a glove. So we're hoping to get a glove off the anvil. Now, oh my... Okay, Sett punching the dragon out of the arena. Hilarious. Anvil didn't give us a glove, so we pick as quick as we can so we can get a Pandora roll. I'm sorry, Sett punching out the dragon was A+ material. Cool, no, that's sad. Now, one thing to note here is we have a Gunblade sitting here. Defender Leona Gunblade is going to be really good. I like Leona a lot with something like Gunblade BT. So I think putting this on Nunu for now is great. The one thing is we're basically saying we only have a 1 in 8 chance every round to hit the glove. So that's a little troublesome, but hopefully it pays off. Okay, that's a Zed. But again, we're 6 defender. They don't have any Last Whisper. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. Go, Nunu, get him. Go, Nunu, get him. Boop. Nice. Hey, we hit the Leona. That's huge. Okay. So now we can just give up on gadgetine items for a while. And when we level up, this can give us 5 mech. Now, 5 mech, what it does is basically it's going to raise the AP and AD of the primary mech, which is great. But also, the other big thing it does is it gives the Leona, basically the other 2 non-mechs, some AD and AP also. So in this case, Leona and, let's see which one doesn't get eaten. My positioning kind of bad here. Wukong. So Wukong and Leona got an extra AD and AP also. So 5 mech, definitely making Sett as big as we can here. And oh my god, Leona just tore that thing asunder. Yeah, Leona really good at helping kill secondary front lines. You can see the Gunblade doing work here. Leona does heal off Gunblade, so that's nice. I feel like this is going to be one of those games where we hit Leona 2 before Zoe 2, which is going to be hilarious, but... Whew, look at all that true damage on Sett. I don't know. Do we have a Mr. 100 here? Feeling pretty good. Still no glove, though. Any Zoe... Okay, there's a Jax. Great. I feel like we want to eat the Wukong and then keep the Draven in the back for maybe some lucky ace procs. And then the other big thing here is if we hit an Echo, we want to take out this Rammus. This Rammus has probably outlived its usefulness. Yeah, not hitting. We still need the Zoe 2. And we need an Echo now. Or a Vi, but Echo's better, because Echo would also give us Prankster, which will keep Zoe alive. I think Prankster, by the way, is insanely strong. Zoe being a Prankster might just be too OP. Bum, 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 dum. Whew. See, look at that Rammus damage. Rammus was second on the damage. Seems pretty good. Well, we know we're not going to lose any physical comps. All right, item-wise, nothing amazing here. We could just take the Chalice. The Chalice is going to allow us to pump up the Zoe and the Leona. Renegade, we're not going to be able to get to 3 Renegades, so that's not really worth. Redemption's okay also, but we'd have to pair it near someone, so... Alright, we get the Chalice. And it is on an Aegis, by the way, so we could just do it right now. Oh, there's our Echo. Nice. Alright, Rammus out. Okay, so look at this comp, by the way. 6 Defender, 3 Aegis, 5 Mech. We are very, very tanky. If we can hit the Zoe... Please? Anyone? Zoe? Anyone? Oh my god, we can't do it. So many pairs, and we still haven't hit our Jeweled Gauntlet either. Oh, that is a tanky team on the other side. But again, this is Zed, no armor penetration. I'm not that worried. Enemy Leona is tearing through my Echo. Prankster keeps it alive, though. And then mine kills theirs. Oh, there's the punch. Okay, maybe this Sett augment's pretty good. It seems to be knocking their tanks out sometimes. Again, it's hard to tell because Mech just might be OP. But... I don't know. I feel like we're going to get a Mr. 100. If we're still winning this hard off of Zoe 1... Come on, Zoe. We need Zoe. Haha, there it is. We hit Leona 2 before Zoe 2. That's cringe. I don't like that. That's a Senna 3 on the other side. But again, not many people on PBE also right now building Last Whisper, so that's really to our advantage. This Zoe comp's a little scary. They've got some Sunfires. But again, we have 3 Aegis now, so we're going to be pretty tanky. Oh, the Ox Force kept it alive for a long time, but not long enough. Okay, my Zoe is almost down. Yeah, I really like the training dummies from Prankster. Whew. I didn't need to lock shot for this. Still no Zoe, but we got Leona too. Still no glove either. Alright, I feel like at this point we're kind of victory lapping here. The fact we got this Leona too. Item-wise from this, we're really just looking for anything for the Leona. Leona's the kind of champion that more survivability is probably good. I would take a Dragon's Claw, I'd take a Warmogs. Hell, I'd even take an RFC just because it's funny. And punches out the Zac. I love it. Okay, this augment on PvE rounds is funny enough. Hey, there's our Jeweled Gauntlet. If I were playing well, I would take the Jeweled Gauntlet and put it on something, because then we just put it on Zoe and move the rod, but I was terrible, and we got a Hand of Justice. Which is okay. Hey, we finally hit the Zoe. We did it. It's a miracle. Alright, Hand of Justice, not the best item there, but whatever. It's not the end of the world. Hey, there's our Echo. Alright, army's all 2-starred at this point. I'd say we're basically capped. You could maybe argue it's time to take out Poppy